Hey there, guys. No, I've not become a lollipop lady. I'm going for a run because I think that exercise is great for mental health. And yes, we have entered into lockdown 3.0, which means no pop-top adventures. There are things that we can still do, so I can still go on my daily exercise. This is one of them. I've got a 5k loop that I do on a walk, so you come with us on that one because that'll be lovely. This video is obviously entitled Condensation Busting Device. So for those who want to know what the condensation busting device is, skip to the end. Oh, I bought some new things that some of the photographers of the channel might want to, or budding photographers, shall we say, of the channel might want to get as well. I bought 3 books. And the first one is called Read This If You Want to Take Great Photographs of Places by Henry Carroll. It looks just like this. I've yet to read these, by the way, but on a quick flick through them, it really does give you great tips. It talks about seeing the light. It talks about seeing colours in sections. It talks about leading lines and things like that, which I was fully aware of leading lines, but there's already 2 things that I've learned from this book just from flicking through it about looking for lines and patterns. So say, for instance, rather than looking at a whole scene, I'll look at like grass, sky, clouds as 3 strips of something, or, you know, grass, different colour grass, trees, and then leave out the sky. And so that it just opens up much more rather than, you know, at this moment in time, I can't really go to the Lake District, I can't go to Iceland, I can't go abroad and find these epic vistas and let the vista do the work. What I have to do is I have to create the work myself. Because the Peak District is very, very local to me. I know I'm in Wharfdale, and the Peak District is about an hour away. It's a lot closer as the Peak District than the Lake District. I bought, and I've not really explored much of the Peak District, so I'm really looking forward to getting out there and exploring more of the Peak District. So I bought this book, Photographing the Peak District. Some of you may have it, some of you may not, but, you know, again, it's something that I wanted to get. And basically it goes through areas, so it'll show you a picture that somebody else has taken. It'll tell you how to get there, where to walk, the directions, not directions as such, you create your own directions, but it tells you like the parking grid reference and the grid reference of where to get to that place and things like that. So you can create your own little route and walk, which is ace. And then obviously when you get there, you can either recreate the picture that this photographer, or there's many photographers in this book, has created, or you can put your own slant on it using some of the ideas that are in the book, or get creative, you know, which is ace. So that again has opened up a whole new world to me for when we come out of lockdown 3.0. I also bought 52 Assignments Experimental Photography book. This is a bit on the weird side, I'll be honest with you. 52 assignments, basically, so it gives you things to do. It's like the bored photographer's Bible, which I quite like. But this is that. So it kind of, I don't know, it's a bit of fun, isn't it? It's a bit of fun. Right, I've talked too much. It's time to go for a run, and I shall see you in the van in a moment. Rather than Coffee Made. It's got the frothy top and everything. Nice. Can't get to Costa Coffee, so I might as well make my own. Coffee machine off. Diesel heater's been running for about 5 minutes, so should all be good. Just put that in the bin. Let's go get in the van and show you the new toy that I bought. Can I go? Oh, spilt it. Oh, properly haven't all. It's alright. I have a built-in mop, and it's called a dad sock. Now, some of you might have mum socks, but I think it's probably mainly dads that have dad socks. But are good at cleaning up spills. Right, so I made a couple of mistakes, gutted. When I went on my run, I was going to use this camera. Well, I did use this camera, and it's got a setting on it called Rock Steady, which is brilliant, the DJI Osmo Action. And I didn't even switch Rock Steady on, so the camera's right shaky. Anyway, so first question I had from our subscriber. We've still yet to do our Q&A because we're still collating all the questions from everybody. Thank you for sending them in. If you've got any more questions that you would like us to answer in a Q&A, we're either going to do a live or we'll do a Q&A. We'll answer your questions on a video. But I think a live might work better now we're all in lockdown again. So, first question was, why have I got a T5 badge on here when it's a T6 van? The answer to that is, I was just an idiot when I bought the van. I had no idea what T4, T5, T6, T6.1, all that. I had no idea what that meant. I just bought the van based on the registration plate. I got the newest registration plate I could afford, if that makes sense. And then I thought it was a T5. And I stuck that to the wall, and now I can't get it off because I glued it on with that 4-way stretch carpet spray stuff. Anyway, condensation. This was the thing that I bought. It's a condensation vacuum by a company called Addis. A-D-D-I-S. Addis. I would say Addis. That's the brand there. Okay, so I got this from B&M. £15. 15 quid, and I thought, do you know what, for 15 quid I'm going to give this a go. If I can find a link online to this exact model, then I'll post a link, but because at the moment I don't think you can go to B&M. So it's got a tank in the front here, which has obviously got water in. This tank comes off and you empty the water out of one of these holes. I think it's the bottom one there. You can also fill this tank with soapy water as well, so you can use it as a like a spray gun. So on the front here is a little bit of a spray thing, on the back here is a trigger. You pull that trigger and then it sprays water out, and then you can squeegee it with that side because it's like a fluffy thing that comes off, and then you can clean that and stuff. And then obviously you squeegee it then off and suck off all of the like to use different wording for that, I think. And then you vacuum off the excess water from the window. So shall we go up to the bathroom and start some sucking? Right, I don't know if I'm in shot now. So this now comes off like that. Just check any rubbish out of there. Right, so the top one comes out. There we go. Most of the water comes out there. Pop that one back in again. Bit fiddly, bit faffy, but it's in. Pop it back on there. Ready to go. Now there's an LED indicator down here as well. It shows you 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 4 bars of power, so this is good for ages. He says it does about 20 minutes of decondensing. I don't know, 20 minutes of decondensing? It does about 20 minutes of that, so it's only going to take you a minute tops in total to do like a morning's worth of decondensating. I think I'm making up words as I'm going along. One, if I can give you any tips, don't go from the top down, because what you're doing is you're squeegeeing water, and there's some that it won't suck up and it will start running down. You don't want that. Go upside down and go up, and then everything that drops down then, as you move the window and things like that, will drop into the little sucky holes. Not only that, it's easier to do your windscreen from that way as well, because you can get this unit right down as far as you can. So yeah, if I can give you any tips, use it upside down, it's probably best. So that is the Addis vacuum window, it's condensation error remover. That's that. And like I say, I'll put a link in the description below to it if it's something you want to go buy. Right guys, I don't know if you guys are having this issue, but sometimes my sliding door doesn't unlock. I can press the unlock button and nothing happens. I hear the mechanism working, but I can't undo the door. Now, I thought to myself, I wonder why that is. Is there something internally, mechanics-wise, that needs sorting? Is it going to cost a fortune? Turns out, it's a lot more simple than I thought. So I pop this cover off, which is from there. So this cover goes onto there, and then this pops out through that hole there. Now, what was happening is this was rubbing on this, and it wasn't locking and unlocking. So it's locked now. Now it's open. Now it's locked. Now it's open, and it works every single time now, like every single time. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this hole a little bit bigger, so then that mechanism can work properly inside there, because it's been the bane of my life for a while now, and it only really happens when it's cold. So I'm guessing like the plastic gets cold and gets a little bit more rigid, you know, and things like that. So yeah, I'm going to create a bigger hole. It's just locked itself now. I'm going to create a bigger hole and see how that works. Right, so I've basically cut this hole a little bit bigger. Just got a knife in there, and I just basically trimmed down the plastic a little bit. Still looks nice, still looks presentable. You won't be able to see the back bit. What I'm going to do is just shove a little bit of washing up liquid now. I think ideally some grease would be better. I'm just going to throw a little bit of this on to the actual the thing that moves in the mechanism. Just a tiny bit, not loads, literally just a bit on the end of the finger. And all I'm doing is just putting a bit of washing up liquid on this, so it slides up and down in the mechanism better. Now, 1,000 of you will probably let me know that putting washing up liquid on probably don't do it any good, which you're probably right. It probably don't do it any good. However, that's all I've got right now. I can't find my grease, so let's get this back on. There is a bit on that bit, is there? Let's see. It's a reet fiddly to get back on though. So let's just yes. So we've got, don't know if you can see, this bit here we're looking at. So locked and open and locked and open. Nice. Another top tip is pop your battery on charge over the winter. It's been freezing now for maybe a week in a row where it's dropped below freezing overnight. So the cold will be taking charge out of the battery, not very much, and it depends on the quality of your battery as well, but it will take out charge over time, especially if you're not driving the van at all. Now, obviously my van is my daily driver, and I would drive it everywhere, so the battery would get topped up by the alternator pretty much all the time, if not solar. But we've not had much sun. It's not going to get driven around very much in the next sort of maybe 2 months, so I'll be plugging it in to the electric hookup just to keep that battery topped up fully. What I'll probably do is leave it in for a few days, or plug it in whenever I'm not using it, because I think personally that keeps your battery as healthy as possible. Right guys, I just came to edit in the video and I realised I'd not done goodbye or anything like that. I just finished the last bit and then put my camera down and went away. So anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Welcome to some new subscribers. We've hit 2.2k I think this week, which is brilliant. Thank you so much. Way more than I ever thought we were going to get on a channel with me just talking about my van and stuff. So thank you so much for everybody who subscribed, and all the new subscribers too. Take care. I'll see you in the next video, which is hopefully going to be Van Tour Mark II. Watch this space. Take care. See you. Bye.